welcome back to another episode of our Not So Simple Lives podcast. And today we're going to talk about turning 30.
Turning 30.
Something that I dreaded for years. And I had a lot of... Dirty 30. I had a lot of I struggle a lot with anticipatory anxiety. I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast, but I will overthink something if I know it's coming and I'm nervous for it. And I don't even know why. I think it's because of we are so feel so much pressure these days by social media.
Yeah.
I almost hate it. I mean, even though I love creating content, there are days where I just want to delete social media because I'm sick and tired of seeing it. I think everyone is just overexposed to everything right now, being on social media and seeing everybody's lives and everything. And I'm really trying to limit the amount of time I spend on social media because I don't think it's healthy to spend too much time. But I think we're all playing that comparison game more so now than past generations.
Yeah.
And with, things being harder to do now than in our parents' generation, it's harder to buy a house. People are starting families later, dating is a nightmare, It's just... it's a world that's constantly evolving. And I think that when I saw 30, I was like, oh my God, I don't have my shit together. And I feel like I should have my shit together because I'm 30 now.
And it's social, it's social society standards, and what society thinks you should be, where you should be at a certain point, depending on your age. And it's everybody's on their own path. Everybody's got different things going on. Someone could be married and having kids while the other one is still single and, maybe it's
in
just
their partying era or just having fun or traveling.
They still have roommates or something. And it's everyone is on a different path. And it doesn't mean you have to be in the same place as the people that you see on social media or the people around you.
It also doesn't mean that you're too late. I think that's what it and so randomly on Halloween night, actually, I sat down with my mom and we were let's watch a movie. And I wanted to watch a spooky movie because it was Halloween. We ended up watching Soul, which if you haven't seen Soul, it's a Disney movie. It's really, really good. It's really inspiring. So I've actually had a journey with this movie. When it first came out, I don't even remember what year it came out, but I think it came out one year, around Christmas or something. And that was back, I think it was I think we were in our mid-20s, maybe later, maybe 27.
Did we watch that maybe one Christmas? Did it come out when I was here?
I think we did, but so the lesson of Soul, not to spoil anything, but it's a couple years old, so, sorry if it's spoiled. Spoiler alert. But basically the message of Soul is don't obsess over your passions. There's more to life than work. There's more to life than achieving your dreams. And to me, that message didn't really resonate at the time because that was when we were fully in this entertainment thing, going so hard. And I really wanted to I thought that I needed to make it to prove something or feel my life meant something to make it, to reach this sort of destination that I was trying to achieve. And now, so I honestly wasn't a big fan of the message because I was no, I don't want to accept that. But it's because I wasn't ready to accept that, I was that character.
Yeah.
And now when I rewatch it, I think of so much more of you're so right. There's so much more to life than achieving your dreams. Yes, it's important to work hard, but appreciating the little things is so much more important. Appreciating the stuff that you have and things that just seem oh, well, that's just everyday stuff. It's just that's just how life is.
I feel you need to find your purpose before you succeed.
And everyone has different purposes. That's the thing. I think that's what the movie also is trying to say is you don't just have one purpose in life.
Yeah.
Podcasting might be one of our purposes, but we're we have 20 more other purposes in life.
Yeah.
We're friends, we're son and daughter, it's just so many purposes in life that you have that you can't just hone in on this one thing. So the reason why I'm going off on this tangent is because of it relates to 30 for me, because I was I really thought my life is over at 30. Like, done with the fun, done with the travel. Like, I just thought that, like, by 30, it should look more like 9 to 5, you know, like coming home, cooking dinner, going to bed. Like, I just thought that, like, okay, well, now that I'm 30, I'm held to a different standard. I'm held to, like, well, why is Eric, like, traveling? Like, he's in his 30s. Like, he should calm down. Why is he, like, I just think that the fear of the judgment, too, which that's my own insecurity being projected. And I've been, I made that big 20s video, which I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's on my profile if you haven't, but I was like sobbing like that whole day. I was like putting that together. I was like crying so much, like looking at it. And it's because you're pretty much like saying goodbye to your youth, quote unquote, even though we are still young, like 30 is still
Well,
young.
and it's like going through all the memories, you and I being in Cancer Rising, it's like going through all the memories and like it's like a chapter that is, ending.
And you can't say anymore, like can't say I'm in my 20s anymore, which feels really weird.
Like you just said bye to 10 chapters of your life.
Yeah,
and it's like now you have to start this new chapter and it's scary because like you're like, well, is it gonna, top that, my 20s chapter,
right.
or is it gonna be like not so good,
more serious,
and
more
it's like having that unknown. And but it's funny because like I'm not 30 yet, but I'm going to be in like April, so I'm like, for me, like I'm actually excited to turn 30, but like it's also like knowing that you're getting older too. You're like, like I don't like
because
that.
I think we're like,
but 30 just seems like the new 20s. Like
yeah.
I'm like, I feel like we're just getting started.
And we're more confident. That's the thing is like when I look at myself at 20 versus where I was at like 29 or like now 30, I was like, so I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I still don't really know what the hell I'm doing, but I have so much more that I'm growing. And I feel like now that I'm 30, I'm just like, I've like using the excuse of like when I start to like overthink, because I am an emotional person, I like overthink a lot. And then if I overthink too much, I get in my head too much. And then I start to get really sad or like upset, and it can like just ruin my mood. And I'm learning how to master my emotions, or like feeling my emotions, or something I shared on social media recently that said something like your brain is lying to you.
Yeah.
I shared it this morning. I don't know if you read it, but it's really like an inspiring. It's like you create your own narrative. Your brain is going to lie to you and make up all of these false jump to all these false conclusions. And I learned about this in communication class too when I was getting my degree, is that like a lot of times our brain jumps to worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Like you just automatically jump to this conclusion of like, oh, well, they don't like me, or like I'm not good enough, or like I'm not pretty enough, or like there's something like
your brain tends to fixate on negative emotions, negative things, and it fixates on it, and then once you like think about it enough, it'll just spiral and you'll keep thinking of all these negative things, and it just goes down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And like so many people, catch themselves in something like that, but they don't realize it, and then, get upset or whatever the case may be. That's how I feel like that's kind of how like depression happens too.
Yeah.
But sometimes like for myself, like every once in a while, I'll catch myself.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
I will stop myself. I'll drag myself out of it. I'm like, we are not going down to these depths today.
But I think the best thing you can do when that starts to happen, once you realize that's happening, you just got to tell yourself that's not true.
It's not true.
It's
and
not true.
Switch your brain to gratitude. Automatically gratitude.
Yeah.
10 things you're grateful for, go. That's what I'll do. Like literally, even for me, like I know you're more of a journaler. I'm not a journaler. I need to speak it out loud. I need to tell myself, and it's like actually psychologically proven. I used to think talking to myself was like a little psychotic. I was like, am I like schizo? Like, no, but it's like I'm not having a conversation with myself, but I'm like speaking it out. Like like the post said this morning, like you are the narrator.
If you say you don't talk to yourself, I don't believe you.
No, it's like and psychologically, this is actually good for you. It's good for your brain, because when you speak things out and you hear them out of your own mouth, you're like rewiring your brain.
Yeah.
To think like, I am not going into these depths today. I am not overthinking this. I am not like we're not doing this, you know? And so then you're like, okay, we're not. There's so many things I have to be happy about and have to be grateful about. This one little thing that just happened, it doesn't have to rule my life. And that's why I'm going into my 30s, like just living by what I've been trying to live by for the past like year or two, which is control the controllable.
Yeah. Or do something like what I tend to do too. Like if for some reason, like I can't talk myself out of it, but still still having the realization, like, okay, let's do something that's gonna like make me happy. Let's do something like if it means like getting a latte from somewhere, or doing like putting on a good movie or something that I know that makes me happy, makes me comfy. That's already going to turn my mood around. Instead of letting your thoughts and overthinking ruin your whole day, do something to change it. Because it's like, if you think about it, the only reason you're having a bad day is because of what you're thinking in your mind.
Restructure the narrative.
Yeah, it's like you have the power to change your thoughts.
Yeah.
You tell your brain, no, that's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna do something that makes us happy. And you can go do that. You have control of that.
Yeah.
And so it's like, that's what you have to do to like turn it off, because it's like, you're just going to keep going down the rabbit hole until like you're just like down in the dumps and you're in bed crying in the dark.
Get your body moving. That's the thing that I've realized too through like research and stuff, is like, I know we're getting into our colder months in most of the country, but going to the gym, walking on a treadmill inside, even like just getting your body moving. Like, if you're sad, the worst thing you can do is lay in bed.
I think I said this, on I think our last recording that we did, not this last one with the Halloween party, but before then, when we probably recorded like a month prior, I said like to get myself more motivated, because I felt like I had no motivation, like didn't want to do anything. I was like, I think I'm going to try to get a gym membership and go to the gym. I just did that.
Yeah, you did.
And I'm been starting to go to the gym. I'm actually going tomorrow.
Oh, yeah,
in the morning. And it's like, that really makes a difference. I felt like really productive, like when I went for the first time, because like I, a few days during the week, I do my morning program. I do a before and after school program. I work with kids. So before school starts, I do like a program, and that's at like 6:30 in the morning to like 8.
Oof.
So I have to leave at 6 in the morning.
Okay.
And be up by like 5:45. So when I leave my morning program, I went straight to the gym.
That's good.
And I had no caffeine, no nothing.
Yes.
No coffee, no energy drink, and that's like not like me. But I just happened to like not bring anything with me. Would I have liked something? Yes. Because like I'm still like tired, Right. But I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get through it. I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna just do it. And I'm like, I don't need caffeine. Like I just need to like do this.
Yeah.
Because if I don't go, I'm not gonna do it. And I went, and I was there for an hour and a half.
At the gym?
At the gym.
Wow.
And
okay.
And then I went home. And I felt so accomplished.
Yes, you feel so good. And
I was like, I did that, and I
yes.
felt good. I felt very productive. I'm like, damn, I just did this early morning program, went straight to the gym, and then I got to go back to work later at 2.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, wow. I'm like,
you feel like on top of the world.
I already did so much with my day.
And that's the thing is that, well, that's why I'm a morning person through and through, you know that.
Yeah. Well, I am too. Like, people are probably like, holy shit. Like, but I am a morning person. Would I prefer to get up at 5:45 in the morning? No. I typically get up between the hours of 8 to 9. Me sleeping in is like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I typically get up between like 8 to 9, which some people might not think that's super early. I used to never be a morning person back in the day when I was younger, in my 20s. Yeah. I would be waking up at like noon.
Well, and I think it's Chicago too. Like in San Diego, I think everyone wakes up just early. But that's like me, is I have been hitting this goal. So I went to New York with 2 of my good friends, like Heather and Bella, for like kind of like mine and Heather's like last like sort of 20s trip. We went to New York City, but we stayed in an Airbnb in Jersey. It was so much fun. And then after that, I came back. I always come back from vacation inspired.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, like I always do. And I was like, I said to myself, I'm like, I'm going to hit 10,000 steps every single day. And I've been doing that ever since I came back. So it's been a little bit over a month that I've been hitting 10,000 steps. And you might not think that's a lot, but on days that you have
steps
off,
is a lot for one day.
It's a lot because if you have days off, you might even be walking, but it's like, I'll look and I'm like, oh, frick, I'm only at 6,000 steps. So like I have to, you know, go on a walk or go on a treadmill. Like last night I was watching a movie. It was like 10 o'clock at night and I was so tired. I was like cozy. It was kind of cold and I was under a blanket and I was like, I have two options. I could take the easy way and stick with my 8,000 steps for the day because I'd already gone on a walk that day, like couple walks, and I still wasn't at my goal, or I can get my ass up, get on the treadmill and hit my goal. And guess what I did? I got my ass up. I went on the treadmill. It took like 30 minutes to get my steps done for the day. And I did it. I felt so accomplished. I was like, I feel good. You know? So like, and this is just off on a tangent, but it's all about if you have anxiety about turning 30 or you're in your 30s and you're like, oh my God, like I don't have enough accomplished. Just think of like the little things in your life that you have to be grateful for. Set little goals for yourself, set achievable goals that you can accomplish and just turn your life around in small ways. It doesn't have to be like, I'm going to run a marathon next week. Like, no, it doesn't have to be that. It's just the little goals of like, I'm going to hit 10,000 steps every single day until the end of the year. That's my goal. And then we'll see what happens after that.
Yeah.
But I want to get into something I did when I was, I don't know how old I was. I was 23 years old.
Oh my gosh.
So what I did, guys, I know this sounds like something out of a movie, but so my friend Lori came to visit when I had first moved to California. I moved here in June of 2019. We did this in September of 2019. So it was like, 3 months after I moved here. She came to visit for a weekend and at that time I was going to University of San Diego and I was freshly moved to San Diego, 23 years old. Like, oh my God, what's going on? We decided to answer a list of questions that we wanted to accomplish by 30. So you want to know how crazy the universe works? So I hadn't seen Lori in like 7 years. I hadn't seen her since she came to visit because she ended up moving. She got married. I couldn't make her wedding. She had a baby, all that kind of stuff. Not trying to air her life out, but she lives in Texas now, and we just haven't, best friends from when you're in high school. Like you can't. It's harder. It's harder to see each other. We live in separate states, So she ended up coming out here for a bachelorette party, ironically, in July or August, sometime in the summer. Like right before we were going to turn 30. And so I remembered these notes and I gave it to her and we went over it at breakfast. But how crazy is that the universe works that way?
That is
like
crazy.
She just so happened a few months before her 30th birthdays, because she turns 30 in September, I'm October. She's here a few months before that and we're at breakfast together after 7 years of not seeing each other and like going over this. Like it gives me chills because
that is weird.
I love those things in life where like you're like, because I was planning on mailing it to her.
Yeah.
I think when I turned 29, she wished me a happy birthday. And I was like, I'm going to mail you your thing next year, not knowing that she would be in San Diego.
Oh, you actually had hers?
I had hers. I had mine, hers, and Jasmine's. Jasmine wasn't with us, but I told Jasmine what I did. And she was like, oh, I want to do that too. So then I printed them out and I had them in my closet for 7 years.
Oh my gosh.
So we're going to go through my answers. Me and Jasmine already went through them, so I already know what's coming.
I don't even know what's
But Delaney doesn't know, but basically I wrote this on September 22nd, 2019. I was 23 years old. And so, yeah. So for my job, what I thought my job would be at 30, and this was before we started the podcast, before anything. I said TV show co-producer or working for the WWE.
I love that.
So I like almost got to TV show. We do produce a show.
Yeah.
It's not a TV show. It's a podcast, but I am a co-producer of a show.
Right.
So I'm going to give myself half points for that.
Half points.
Or maybe a fourth of points because it's not a TV show. But we almost got there.
Yeah, we did.
Twice we almost got to the TV show part. But that was, hey, cool. Oh, relationship status.
You put married?
Engaged.
Oh, shit.
By 30. Hey, so not that I think I'm going to be engaged by the time.
Married?
No, I did not think I was getting married by that like that time, but I thought I would be at least engaged by this point. But I mean, I don't think I could get engaged till at 30, because even if I started dating somebody in like January or December, like I think an engagement that quick would be, I don't think I would. I don't think we would get to the point of getting engaged that quick.
I think for you, like you would probably need to be dating someone for like 2 to 3 years to get engaged.
Well, I think now that we're older, I think like I don't ever like to put a timetable on something, but I think at least a year, like a full year. Because one of my best friends has been dating this guy for about a year, and they just got engaged. And I asked her, and she's like, I mean, you just when you know, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, yeah, that's fair. And then you get it, you stay engaged maybe for like a year, and then you get married. So I think that's a fair amount of time. I mean, at this age, I mean, yeah, would I like to be like dating them for like, it just depends.
I'm like, also like me and Layla even said when we first started dating, like we asked each other, like, when do you think you would want to get engaged? And we both said like 3 years. Like at 3 years, like if we're still together, like 3 years would be like the time. And we just hit our 3 year, but it's like,
wait, did you? Oh
yeah,
shit.
we've been together for 3 years.
I thought it was about to be 3 years, but it's gonna be 4 years in the summer.
Yeah, August next year it'll be 4 years next year.
That's a whole high school career.
I know. But it's like we're still not engaged. And
well, that's the thing is that,
and
you know,
not that I'm like, oh my God, we're not engaged. Like I think we both just like agree that we're like, this is the first relationship I've really been in where I'm like, I'm not rushing to get engaged.
You don't have to, exactly. Like, if it feels right, it feels right, like, but then don't rush it, you know?
I just like, it sounds kind of crazy, but even though I'm about to turn 30, it's like that stuff was more important to me in like my early to mid 20s, and now I'm kind of like, I don't need to rush to get married. Like it's really not super important to me right now. Like
that's the thing is I think that it just depends on like the guy I'm dating. Like it did, like if they want to, you know, I don't really care. Like as long as we're in a committed relationship, like
right, it's like
I don't really care. But like, I mean, the soonest I think I would get engaged is after a year. I don't think I would say yes after like 6 months. But then again, you just never know. But I don't think after being single for as long as I've been single, I don't think so. Yeah. So then next one says kids. I put 0. So I got that right.
You're like, I
knew. Location, California or New York. So I got that right.
But that's when you were already living here?
I was already living here.
Okay.
But I thought, like, I don't know, like, I was like, maybe I'll get a job in New York City. And I was like, that's funny because when I was in New York City, like, I actually, like, was like, oh, should I just move to New York City? Like, you know, I still wouldn't mind. I'd like to be bi-coastal. Yeah. That'd be cool one day. Like, have a little place in New York and a little place in, like, California, like SoCal. I would love to do that. Pets, I put 0. I don't know. So I do have 2 cats, but technically they're not mine.
But they live with you.
They live with me, but like if I were to move out,
they wouldn't come with you.
They wouldn't be with me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say like half.
Okay.
Because like they're not technically my cats.
Yeah.
I live with someone that has cats. So, type of home, apartment, correct. This is more like a condo though, because if it has a separate entryway. Like it's not like a part of like a apartment building. It isn't a building, but it's like a separate door to outside.
Apartment complexes in California are a little weird.
Yeah.
It depends, but I mean technically this is an apartment, but it's like it's not like in a building.
Yeah, like when I think of apartment, I think of like elevator, like you're like going into walking out of a hallway. Yeah, but this is more of like we have our own like doorway and like separate entries. So anyways, then I said best friends. This was before Delaney and I were close.
I'm like, we weren't besties yet.
But I don't know if I had any sort of order to this. So like if my best friends are listening to this, I'm sorry. So I put Dominica, Giovanna, Heather. Heather's name is the only one that's not capitalized. That's weird. Jasmine, Riley, Lori, Nicole, Alyssa, Delaney, and Becky.
Oh my God, I was on there. The list, oh my God, I'm honored.
Which is weird. But maybe we weren't even like, it's weird because we weren't even like talking at this point.
But we were like
friends.
But we were close.
We were close, but like we weren't like
No, but you know what the thing is? We were meeting up on those secret brunches before you moved.
And then you came, didn't you, you didn't come to my going away though, did you? Like, I don't think I saw you before I went away.
I don't know if I don't know if I was invited or I don't remember what the
But it was also like you lived in Naperville and it was all the way in Schaumburg.
Yeah.
So like that might have been an issue. But
I'm like also I don't well, because I low-key was shitting bricks because I thought if Zach found out I was still seeing you, like being friends with you, he would get so mad at me. So we were secretly meeting up at brunch. Guys, that's a whole ass story. I don't know if we've ever talked about that.
I don't know if we ever talked about it.
But like Eric, I still wanted to be friends with Eric, and Eric still wanted to be friends with me, but him and Zach had broken up. And so it was like, how do I still hang out with Eric and like Zach doesn't get mad about that because you guys weren't on speaking terms? And I was like, oh my God, I feel like this is so bad.
I know.
But I was like, you know what? Like Eric is so nice and like, you know, he's fun to be around. Like I still look at him as like a friend, you know? Like I don't want him like not in my life anymore.
Yeah, that's what I thought about you because like we were always vibing on like the creative content because like Rainbow Republic.
Oh my God.
We were like, we really just loved like talking about that stuff. Like me, you, and Zach would vibe, and I didn't have any like other friends that were really like into the entertainment part. And so I was like, oh my God, like we really vibe on like entertainment. Like we both love it. And so I didn't want to lose Delaney as a friend. And so I was
but
like,
we also talked a lot about like life stuff too.
We did,
and we were just able to relate to each other and like connect in that way. And I was like, well, and Zach was like, doing his own thing, like he was like living.
Town.
He was living in the city, I think, and he was just like kind of MIA from my life. So and I'm like, I feel like we're just on two different paths. I'm like, if anything, I'm closer with Eric right now than I am with Zach, and I'm like, well, fuck it. I guess if he gets mad, he gets mad. Like I don't know how he can get mad at me when you know he's doing all this, and I think he found out like way later on, like after like you two started talking again, like and being friends, and I don't think he cared. He was just like, he probably was like, what the fuck? But then he was probably like, okay, like whatever.
Our secret brunches, I'll tell him. I'm gonna next time I like talk to him, be like, remember Delaney and I's secret brunches? He'd be like, oh wow.
I think I like went when I went home recently because I don't know if it was the last time I went home or the time before that. But I went to downtown Naperville. I like was walking around there because I just I went somewhere over there and I happened to be over. And I was like, oh, it's like let's walk around my own, you know, my old stomping grounds.
Yeah.
And I think whatever brunch place. What was the name of that place?
Oh God, we went to Wildberry in Schaumburg one time.
We did go there, but there's a different place that we would go
to. Oh my God! So the one time that it was supposed to be me, Zach, you, and your ex, and then he was like hungover and didn't wake up, so I just ended up coming with you guys.
Right. What is it called though? I can't remember. I went past
it. Like, was it the Egg Basket or something, or Was it Egg Harbor?
Egg Harbor. That's
I love Egg Harbor. Every time I go back to Illinois, I go to Egg Harbor.
So I took a picture. I remember I took a picture and I sent it to you because I'm like, oh my God, this is where we used to go on our secret brunches.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm dead.
Well, that's how we started becoming close too. Is because I would hang out with you guys even when like before, like we had broken up and like you know he wouldn't show up and. All right, well, I'm still going, whatever.
Well, and it's like, I truly feel like if we didn't go on those secret brunches, I don't think we'd be as close as we are right now.
I don't think so, because even, like, I think we would have reconnected, because Zach and I, like, reconnected and are best friends now.
Yeah.
But I don't think we would have been, like, as close. But then you came to visit 2019.
Yeah.
And then we got close because you stayed with me.
Right.
And it was so funny. Like, we weren't even that close. So, like, Zach was sick. I think we told the story. We were just talking about this, like, I don't know, a couple months ago. And he was coughing up a storm. It was right before COVID. He probably had COVID. So me and Delaney were, like, we were, like, walking around Disneyland. It was raining. It was cold. It was, like, December. And we get back to the hotel, and Lainey's like, do you mind if I sleep with you? Zach is really sick. And I was like, yes.
I'm like, Zach's gonna fucking cough
But we weren't that
me.
close, so like we were like, oh my God, are we gonna sleep in the same bed? But
and it's so
like,
funny
whatever.
because it doesn't matter who's, like, if you have to share a bed with someone, it doesn't matter who it is. You make that little wall in between with the pillows. Even when him and Zach were dating, he made a
pillow wall. Okay,
he made a wall in between them. I was like,
don't like to be touched in my sleep. I really don't. So like, I understand now that's such a dick move, and I would not do that to a future partner because that's that's so bad. But like,
okay, but like I can kind of validate where you're coming from because literally a few years ago, I think it was 2022 because because that's the year Layla and I started dating.
Yeah.
And we were just like starting to talk, and that's when Zach had to go to LA for something.
Oh
and
my God.
I was like, and he asked me to go with him. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go with you. That'll be fun. And we stayed at this ratchet, like a little motel.
Weren't there bugs?
No, there wasn't bugs, but it was just
nasty.
It wasn't nasty. It was just like sketch. Like it was a little sketch. And he's lucky out of everyone he brought me because I'm just someone I'm like, whatever, like it's fine, like I'll get through it. And I'm like someone that's, I think any other person that probably would have went with him would have made go somewhere else, but I was
supposed to come with you, but I had just flown
you
back
wouldn't
from
have
New
stayed
York.
there. You wouldn't have stayed there. I tell you right now.
I would have probably been like, there's no fucking way.
But anyways, I had to share a bed with him and go to sleep.
Oh God.
And I haven't been sleeping in bed with Zachary for a long time. So I just like wasn't prepared. And we went to sleep. It was a little sketch, so we were both already on edge a little bit, like a little scared, but we're fine, whatever. We go to sleep.
Yep.
This is where I'm validating you because his ass, he does this in his sleep.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it because he wants to do it. He does it when he is sleeping. He rapidly just pulled me over and just like pulled me like a little rag doll. He went, woo! And I was like, me sleeping, not used to that at all. I was like I freaked the fuck out.
When I tell you, I like almost died when that happened the first time.
And I slapped him. I was like, Zach. And I was like sleeping. He woke me up out of a dead sleep doing that. He probably doesn't even remember that he did that.
My God.
But I was like, it clicked to me. I was like, this is why Eric made the pillow wall.
So I made a pillow wall because he would grab me out of my sleep.
Yeah.
And I got so scared. I'm like, I do not like that shit. So then he would
like,
grab the pillow instead of me. And then one time it happened, I was like, I don't know, I like woke up or something and I like saw him trying to do it and he grabbed the pillow instead of me and I was like, I was like, yes, my plan worked. You grabbed the pillow instead of me.
But he does it in his sleep. Like, he doesn't do it. Like, he doesn't just, like, wake up and it's like, let me grab them.
No. It's like a crazy thing. I'm like, there's no way.
It's like a really crazy, like, reflex. It's so aggressive.
It's aggressive.
And it literally scared the shit out of me.
I, like, shoved him, I think, when he did it to me the first time. I was like, what the fuck
Like, I almost screamed. Like, I gasped. And I was sleeping.
Yeah. Because imagine being woken up from a dead-ass sleep in fucking REM sleep and just getting yanked like all right.
Facing the opposite way, not looking, and you just get like grabbed and you're like just and I was like and I'm like and I'm small.
Yeah.
And so I'm like I felt like a rag doll being whipped around.
And then he like suffocates you then. He like smothering you and I'm like, bro, I can't breathe.
I literally went like, Zach.
You're like, chill the fuck out. And then you're like thinking in your head, this is why Eric made the pillow wall. No, that's fucking
It's the first
hilarious.
thing I thought.
So let's power through these last couple ones.
Oh, yeah, let's
so honeymoon destination, which doesn't apply, but it's funny because I put Hawaii. And I had never even been to Hawaii before, and I'm like obsessed with Hawaii now. Mm-hmm. So like that's probably like in the future.
A potential spot.
Yeah. Top 3 things you would do if you won $1 million. Pay off debt, give money to family, and do a friend-cation.
I love that.
That's very, very noble things.
It's very
like,
what do you call it?
Very cute.
Yeah. Very.
Like, I can't think of the word I'm looking for.
No, I'm thinking of the word too.
And then for my class, I put middle class. I would say we're middle class. Do I share this on the podcast? This is a little bit...
I'm scared. What is it?
It says sex number. Like, do we skip that one?
You actually put that on there?
Yeah, that was a question.
God. I'll say mine if
maybe
it
like
helps you feel better.
Let's like, okay, we'll both say our sex numbers. So if you're family, you can go ahead and click the plus 15 plus 30 seconds right now.
Yeah, it'd be like plus 15 seconds.
So what's your number?
Well, you say yours first.
Well, mine that I thought I was going to be at 5.
Oh, you wrote 5?
I thought it was going to be at 5. I was ready to go into a Hofez. I said, I'm in SoCal now, 5.
So these are like numbers we've gone all the way
How many people, like that have like been like inside you?
So what
or
did
you've been inside
So what's yours?
Mine's still 1.
1.
Very pure, very innocent. I know. I get it all the time. You're so innocent. I just like, I'm a Scorpio. So I'm very like,
you know, it is what it is.
Picky, whatever.
You know, mine's 3. So I feel like that's not even much better. You know, it's like, those are very low numbers. Like,
I know.
Those are very low, but it's like, we are the same person. Like, we don't
just gonna like go out and like screw anybody. You don't really get.
And like, I've been in 3 serious
relationships,
and that's why my number's 3.
Right. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't like hook up with someone if the opportunity came, but the opportunity hasn't presented itself.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm still young.
It's just like, you don't want to be vulnerable with someone that you don't know. Like,
no, because then I'm gonna feel gross in the morning, and I'm gonna feel like ew.
Well, and it's just like, I feel like, and if that's something you do,
no,
like,
if that's what, no, this is not. We're not judging anybody.
This is like our own personal preference.
This is us. If you're like that, go get them.
No,
go get it, girl. Like, I'm such a supporter of that, but for me personally, I think I would just emotionally be fucked up if I did that. Because I think I'd wake up in the morning and then be like, I'd feel disgusting, and then I'd feel like I would be full of regret. I just would go on a downward spiral. So for me, it's not productive to do that.
I just feel like it's very vulnerable, very intimate. Like,
with someone you're not going to talk to anymore?
Exactly. So it's just like, I've never like done the hookup thing. Like, I've always just like, if I'm really involved with someone, that's the only way I like have done it.
Exactly.
You know?
So moving on, biggest accomplishment. This one made me like tear up when I read it because
biggest accomplishment.
I put graduating.
Oh, I love that.
Because I almost didn't go back to college, and then when I dropped out of like USD, I was like, that's it. College isn't for me, and I just graduated. I graduated at 29.
Yeah.
So I did it like right before I turned 30. Car. This one I got right. I got my 2018 blue Toyota Corolla. We still have her. She's still
Is that the exact car you put on there?
Yeah. Well, I had that car at the time.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, if you think about it, I got that car when I was 22. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So like
you've had
by the time 30 would hit, like you'd think maybe I'd want another car, but I thought like, I don't know. I like my car. So I'm like, why would I get another one?
Right.
For phone, I put iPhone 15. Personally, I don't know what I have.
It's funny.
I have the one that came out last year.
I have the iPhone 15.
Did you just get that?
Maybe
I have the 16.
I got it last year.
But that's not the newest. That's not the one that came out last year. I think I have the 16 because the 17 just came out.
Yeah, I think you have the 16.
So, I mean, okay, that's whatever. That was just like a little shot in the dark. And the last thing, this was also wholesome. That's what I was looking for. The word I was looking for.
Wholesome,
This is another wholesome one. Like, wow, okay, 23-year-old me. Bucket list item before 30. I said change someone's life for the better.
Oh,
isn't that so cute?
It's very wholesome.
I was like, wow, are you kidding me? Like, I could have put like freaking anything, and I put change someone's life for the better. But I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah,
that's why we started the podcast. That's why because we love inspiring other people and motivating people to go for their dreams or goals or fulfill lifelong aspirations that they've always had. Because it's like we literally are put on this earth to do that, to make a difference, so I just always wanted to change someone's life for the better. So I think I've done that when I'm in my 20s. I don't know, through the podcast, through friendship, through whatever, like that's what I wanted to do. And I think I accomplished that.
Definitely.
I think I accomplished that goal. So I don't know, guys, should Delaney and I make some of these? Should we just do it?
Should we do it for 35?
35? Maybe we do it on the podcast like next week.
I think we should.
Okay. Well, stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for getting vulnerable and like seeing like all this vulnerable stuff I wrote about myself. And now you know my sex number. That's great.
Well, they know mine.
We're just so vulnerable here on the podcast. Like we're just such open books. Like, okay, we can't help it.
You already know.
We're so good. Okay, guys. See you next week. Thanks for tuning in.